I learned some things that really got my attention also. You know, I was with a guy, again, a guy in that life, and I drove him home in Brooklyn. He was a made guy along with me. And unfortunately, his father it was two brothers, and his father had been murdered years before. And the reason he was murdered is because he was doing the wrong thing with somebody else's daughter. That's a no-no in that life. So he was murdered. So I get to this guy's house, and I drop him off, and I said, I'll see you later. His name was Vinny. He said, no, can you wait for me a minute? I said, okay. So he goes to the front door, and he opens the door, and I see him kind of look in. I said, okay, I'm ready to leave. And then he pulls the door closed, and he comes back, and he gets in the car. I says, what happened? He said, well, there's nobody home. I said, yeah, but you had the key. You were going in the house. He said, I can't go in the house. I said, what do you mean you can't go in the house? Well, it turns out, I didn't know this. He says, Mike, I want to share this with you. I said, what? It was just me and my brother that killed my father. I says, and his ghost haunts me for the past 30 years. I can't walk in the house. And I looked at him. I said, whoa. And a few incidents like that, similar to that, happened in that life. And I said, blood is not thicker than water. And we know this. Look, we're in a marriage. We're not the same blood, but look at that relationship and union. I have relationships with my friends that are tighter than my relationship with my family. And I've seen many families just go at war with each other.